Hi, I'm Leslie and I'm a homeschool mum. I've popped up a couple of videos on a file box system and a workbox system, but for those of you who are homeschooling, I'd like to just share with you our system and how it works for us. Basically, we've just taken over one cupboard in the house. Now, if I said to the kids, we've got your homeschool cupboard, they don't like the sound of that. So we don't have a homeschool cupboard, we have a homeschool pod. Reason being, it sounds so much cooler. No other reason. So here we've got my daughter's workstation where she uses her workbox system. Over here we've got an explore station set up for them to start work in the morning. It's late at night, so they'll get up in the morning and come down and start on their workbox systems. In fact, this one, who's incredibly motivated, is probably likely to have completed half of her workboxes before 9 o'clock in the morning, before I even get up. This one, who I need to drag out of bed at any stage before lunchtime, will drag himself down here and work through these throughout the day. But the other things that make our life a whole lot easier, we've just set up, I think the thing about homeschool that's really nice is you can be as relaxed as you like. So instead of having desks and tables, they've got cushions and couches and workstations and science stations, and they've designed this themselves. That's their cushions, it's their chairs, it's what they want to put in here. But these are some things that will make your life a little bit easier too. So we have just a set of books here if they want to do that, and this is our homeschool pod. Come on in, and it's a bit of a mess, but anyway, just to give you an idea. So what we've done in order to make it easier is we've gone down to IKEA and we've just bought these cabinets. Now I don't know if you can see in this one, it's got really funky writing all over it and sayings and things, and they picked it out themselves. And in fact, that was a homeschool project in itself, because I gave them the cabinet and I gave them the IKEA instructions and a screwdriver and said off you go, and they put it all together themselves. So they've got books here. We've tried to sort things out in order, and you know, we've labelled things so that the kids don't waste time looking for things. So they can find rubbers, they can find pens, they can find all of the bits and pieces they want. They've stuck stickers on the wall if they want to. But this is it's a mess, sorry about that. But this is what makes their life really easy. We've gone up to Officeworks and we've bought a whole heap of these 2-ring binders. Part of their computer studies is that they've generated spines and covers for them. So they've created these themselves, and so it might just say Emma's Maths folder, and the same on the spine. And they're pretty empty at the moment. This one's just started homeschooling this year, so she's not got a lot in her folders as yet, but they have different folders for different activities. This one, you can tell her passion, this is the fullest one. This is Emma's Learn to Draw folder, and she's got all of her weekly drawing lessons in here of how to draw angel fishes and all of her amazing artwork that she's learning here, how to draw a whale, and we get these emailed to us every week and I print them out. She practices her drawing in her book, and then when she's finished she keeps the folders in here in her colouring. So that's a system where we've got a record of what they're doing, but if they want to find something, they know it's in the science folder, it's popped somewhere. This is the system that I was talking about before in the other video on the file box system. I mentioned that we've got our things in a file, but also I've got spare work. So this is Emma's and these ones are Gabe's, and so I've categorised them. These are reading, English, year 4, so that's next year for her. Games, English Lit, drawing, writing, maths. So if I finish the workboxes for one of them, say for example with Gabe's I finish the maths workbox, I can come down here and just grab another maths workbook, and they're all organised there really easily for them. Here is the work that they're on. These are all art supplies. Emma's really involved in jewellery making, so this is all of her jewellery making supplies here, and she's also joined ATC, which is Artist Trading Cards. These are her swap cards that she got from her ATC buddy today in the mail, and she also got some lovely little gifts sent to her. And then she's got in here all of her findings and her beads for making jewellery and things, so that's her creative outlet. Whereas my son is more interested in computers and mechanics, so down the bottom he's got screwdrivers and hammers and motherboards and all these sorts of things that he's working on. And then in these cupboards we've got bits and pieces and art supplies and so on. So basically this is our homeschool pod. On here the kids have been working on a historical timeline, so they've been creating things and stick them all over the doors, and they've got certificates from when they went to Sovereign Hill and did the costume camp and schools up there, and photographs from the medieval timeline festivals with the falcons. And then as you come out, these are our junk boxes. So these ones have got all of the different craft projects in it: scrap paper, books, binding machine, And you know what? It makes our life so easy, because at any given point I can say go and file this or go and pop that in the folder, and it's all there. So most of this stuff, when we bought this, it was quite expensive, but these days at Officeworks you can pick up laminators and binding machines for $20, and they're really cheap and easy. So if you've been sort of just throwing things all over the table, now this doesn't work for everybody. I'm a bit of a neat freak, and for me it works to have everything in order, but that pod made my life a whole lot easier. So thanks for sharing, and best of luck on your homeschool adventures.